Siren 2. Let's get it.
When you bought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no talebearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery. Get thee behind me, Satan. I can't deal with my brother false. Get thee behind me, Satan. Seem like a never end the war between flesh and the spirit. I heard that voice say this the way I pray my Lord was hear it. I'm treating sin like it got cooties, don't wanna get near it. If not pertaining to the Father, I'm sorry, I'm fearless. Won't take a left turn all right when it's a narrow path. You keep the law, you get the kingdom, I can simple math. Both in your house all day on Hamashiach's behalf. Deny the mark of the beast, or drink from the cup of wrath. Keep your spirit pure, practice on fasting and praying. You a saint, you must multiply your faith and your patience. Love thy neighbor as thyself, don't never betray me. And if you're tempted, pray and say, get thee behind me, Satan. When you bought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no talebearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery. Get thee behind me, Satan. I can't deal with my brother false. Get thee behind me, Satan.
I'ma do your how I laws, I got my faculties. And every single precept make my point to value these. Example, humble me, I'm grounded like what gravel be. We law about in any shirt with fringes, that's my casualty. Revelation say the savior color copper be our own. Ancient kind, but front them crackers copper please. Fall balance, abomination to God, so now obviously give you fair warning, don't try that angle, that's outside the lead. Off the muscle, not one to just watch it suffer. Don't be respective persons, any wise rebuke your brother. Prepare myself for tribulations, that which worketh patience. No thinking about being grimy, get thee behind me, Satan. Get thee behind me, Satan.
When you bought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no talebearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery. Get thee behind me, Satan. I can't deal with my brother false. Get thee behind me, Satan.
Danny Mills Productions. I give you the praise. I know you don't make mistakes. I should be dead in my grave because of your grace. I'm walking on waves. Nigga, he'll I keep the faith. He keeping me every day. He never let me get away. So what can I say? I'm walking away. Yeah, you helped me through the impossible, God. Got me over every obstacle, God. I was a second from giving up. I kept my chin up and now I'm unstoppable, God. Though he slid me, yes, still I would trust him. In a faith that I won't leave it for nothing. Took me through all of that fire. Now I made a goal and I gotta thank him for the oven. So what I'm looking like giving up. Yahweh said it's him or us. When it was all on the line, you sent your son to us just to pick us up. That's the reason why I give him praise. I don't hold it down, I'ma send it up. Now I'm two stepping on water like I got the bacon soda in the way. Abba, I give you the praise. I know you don't make mistakes. I should be dead in my grave because of your grace. I'm walking on waves. Nigga, he'll I keep the faith. He keeping me every day. He never let me get away. So what can I say? I'm walking away. Yeah. I'ma go hard, I don't care what it takes. Cause he took me out of that mental condition when I was still busting them plays. It was all white when I bought it, but after you rock it, it turned into beige. Give it a minute to air dry, when it's done, then it's back to the J's. So what I'm looking like giving up. Yahweh said it's him or us. When it was all up on the line, you sent your son to us just to pick us up. That's the reason why I give him praise. I don't hold it down, I'ma send him up. Now I'm two stepping on water like I got the bigger soda in the way. Abba, I give you the praise. I know you don't make mistakes. I should be dead in my grave because of your grace. I'm walking on waves. Nigga, he'll I keep the faith. He keeping me every day. He never let me get away. So what can I say?
I'm thinking of Father. Yeah, no capper, but he really stepping. Ain't sneezing, but he give me blessings. His gangsta, I know not to test it. No way. He took me from out of the dirt. Really, my picture should be on the shirt. He giving me more than what I deserve. Gotta have a mighty God just to shine like that. this. Watch him do wonders, not talking my wrist. Fight with my mind, no need to use fists. Unless it's a demon, he get in the biz. And I'm thankful for what he's done for me. All these scriptures keep me confident. Not praising God, they no bored to me.
Walking on waves, Papa, I give you the praise. I know you don't make mistakes. I should be dead in my grave because of your grace. I'm walking on waves. Nigga, he'll I keep the faith. He keeping me every day. He never let me get away. So what can I say? I'm walking on waves. I've been in this truth for a long time. They want me to fall, it's a long line. They want me to fall, it's a long line. I remember praying for a strong sign. My flesh weak, but he gave me a strong mind. No weapon formed against me when it's crunch time. But I stay with that cannon like a drum line. Keep the faith and laws like they combine. Running for the Lord like the combine. In a pen again, I'm in a fun time.
It's Mega Man. No better than my daddy. It's the shot on your neck. Oh yeah, you heard.
See, I run the race. While I see him tripping, he gon' burn down the place. And I see he just cooking. I'm glad I found his grace, but I still see him looking. I cast out my mistakes, and now I see the difference. I feel his presence on me, so I don't need no feelings. He who I reverence only, so I don't need your dealings. See, I aim for the top. See, I don't need no ceilings. You can't pay for your entrance, so I don't need your millions. I've been in this truth for a long time. They want me to fall, it's a long line. It's crazy you be people of your own kind. But Father, I forgive them, may they all shine. No hatred for my brother and my bloodline. I'm from a line of kings, that's the lower line. My faith like a mountain, that's a hard climb. Until I see them chariots, I'm gon' grind. I've been in this truth for a long time. They want me to fall, it's a long line.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. Shabbat shalom, Israel. We're back again with another SOT After Hours, the quiet storm, right? But first and foremost, we want to start off by giving, of course, all praises, honor, glory, and thanks to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Washak, Yahushai. And of course, double honors due to the General Yahweh all, and of course, the Sons of Thunder, and all of our captains of Otto who have taught us all this doctrine and taught us well. Of course, coming off of a beautiful Sabbath class like we just got off of, man, even down to the camp video. If you have not already, make sure you go back and catch those things, man. Right? It's on our main channel, of course, SOT Israelites. Be sure to catch that Sabbath class, man, because that kind of goes into, of course, you know, where I want to go for the wisdom of the night. You know, we taking this from True Tuesday, right? But at the same time, of course, it's going to be relevant to, of course, you know, the topic. And of course, it's going to be relevant to, of course, you know, what we needed. But first, before we get into that, we're going to get into a few announcements real quick. Of course, if you're looking to join the body and help us with our ministry, help us to teach this word to our people, man, then inquire about our prospect phase. Send us an email to sotisraelites@gmail.com. Of course, to get into our next phase, we're going to be getting a new one like very soon, most high willing, right? But of course, you know, the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. So please send in your email to SOT Israelites. It doesn't matter if you're within a state that has a camp established. You don't have to be just in Georgia, but right? But we're trying, this is the Bay Area channel. We're trying to build up brothers out here, right? Hey, we got brothers out in Texas, Louisiana, New York, right? Chicago. We're trying to build up these different states and cities, of course, to establish SOT near you, right? So if you believe in the way that, of course, if you believe it's the same way that we instruct, man, and of course, you know, you believe in the mission that we're on, and of course, how we're doing this, then, hey, join us as we try to go do this thing. And of course, it doesn't just only go for brothers, but go for you sisters as well, man. Send us an email to pillarsofrest@gmail.com, because you are a very integral part of building our nation, right? Don't just think, well, I'm just a sister. What do I got to do with this thing? What do I get to do, right? You get to put in your brick too, right? But send us your email at pillarsofrest@gmail.com to inquire about our next prospect phase as well, right? And of course, make sure that you are tapped in with the SOT Patreon for more SOT content, man. Of course, hey, I can't do it. Like, I don't want kaya. But at the same time, hey, we got our Captain's Corner, of course, speaking of our captains, where we have extra edification and, of course, you know, in-depth breakdowns that come out from them, right? And, of course, you know, we have our feast day calendar, and, of course, which we got to get into before. But before we get into that, make sure you're catching our feast days live as we holding them, right? How are you going to get to that? Through the Patreon. Along with that, the behind-the-scenes footage that we have, as well as our resources that we provide for Israel, of course, to build our faith, and of course, to build our knowledge as well, right? Also, what part of Texas? We have brothers all throughout Texas, right? I don't know if Asalo, you want to speak on that real quick, King?
Yeah, I'm in San Antonio. We got a good brother in Houston. We got a brother in Waco. We got a brother in Amarillo. I believe we have a prospect in El Paso. So a couple different cities. We're pretty spread out in Texas right now. But hey, man, we're looking to build. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, hit that email, get in contact with us. Yeah, man. Most high willing, you can come do this work.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, one of these brothers gonna step up and become a captain out there to most high willing establish a camp within their city, right? But they gonna need soldiers to help them do that. So of course, we can bring you some more content to the Patreon, like our exclusive camp videos, right? Along with that, we got our debates. You know, this the camp video that predated the Sabbath class tonight. It was a street debate, man. But of course, we got more content like that on the Patreon, as well as our tribal fitness, where we got Captain Shamo all instructing you all how to keep your body within a good estate, right? The brother Asalo that's on screen, he does that too, right? As long as that, alongside that, of course, you have our Pillars of Rest content that's also on the Patreon, that's on our other flyer. So be sure you're tapped in with SOT and, of course, all the things that we have to offer and provide for our nation, man. Because again, we don't do this for nothing else, for no other reason, man. It's not about nothing else, right? But serving the Lord. A part of serving the Lord is, of course, keeping his feast days, right? We're very excited and very proud to announce, of course, you know, our Passover that's coming up on April the 1st, man. We're keeping the Lord's Passover on April the 1st at evening, right? Be sure you're in town, and of course, you rocking the same colors as everybody, man. The royal blue, silver, and white. And of course, make sure you come in with the right spirit, man. And of course, you're ready to send up the prayers, of course, and ready to enjoy the feast. And of course, be a family again, man. Right? But before we get there, we got Destruction of Nicanor coming up on February the 28th. Purim going into March the 1st, which is next week, Sunday, right? So be sure to mark your calendars as well. Right after that, we got March 18th being the first month of our year, man. Hey, they always turn up for the new year, but we got to turn up for our new year as well, Israel. But other than that, hey, man, of course, make sure you tapped in with, of course, you know, the Call-In by Roy the Chef, right? He supports our body and, of course, our ministry. So, hey, make sure you support the brother as well, as, of course, he puts out excellent content, excellent music for our nation. But without further ado, let's get into this. Hey, man, we tried to tell you concerning Mr. Tenderism, but at the same time, before we get into that, let's get into a little bit of wisdom for our people, man, right? Now, it's a lot of takes concerning wisdom within the truth, I'd say, right? Israelites, we got a lot of doctrines, we got a lot of teachings, right? And of course, this Bible is like a living book, like the general said, man. It's going to always reveal more and more to you. But what it should ultimately pose as is a mirror for how you're conducting. Asal, if you can give me the book of Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 8 real quick, as well as 2 Timothy 3 and 16. I was at camp recently with the beloved brothers at the Watchman for Israel, man. Shout out to those brothers. I love them. And one thing that came up at camp was, well, what am I seeking out when I'm in the scriptures? What am I looking for when I'm in the Bible, right? And that question stuck with me because, again, a lot of our people, they have that question, right? But we got to have answers for these things as well. We got to make sure that, of course, you know, we understand what we're looking for, because our people are searching for many things, right? It's many things to find, but let's understand what the chief thing that we must find is, man. Bring that out if you got it, King.
Is this what you call it?
Khan.
Okay, Khan. Yeah. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 8. The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of the fools, but the folly of fools is deceit.
Also, if you can pull that up in the Amplified Bible as well. But the wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, right? We ask ourselves, well, what is the purpose of wisdom? That's the purpose right there. The scripture says you got to ponder the path that you're on. The general was going into this on the Sabbath class. What point are you at within your walk, right? And how do we get to the next level? How do we get to that next point, right? What are the things that we need to work on, right? That's also why I wanted that 2 Timothy 3 as well to get to that point. But read that if you got it in the Amplified real quick. You're on mute, King.
It's lucky.
It's cool.
It's Proverbs 14 and 8 in the Amplified. The wisdom of the sensible is to understand his way, but the foolishness of short-sighted fools is deceit.
So we have to understand the way that we're moving in. Of course, we can get deep with all the breakdowns. The general says this all the time, but we opening up Sabbath class. We can get deep with all the prophecy. But if we're not understanding the way that we're moving in, if we're not moving in the ways of brotherhood, then guess what? We're not passing from death onto life, according to 1 John 3 and 14, right? Hey, if we're not moving with integrity, if we're not moving according to the scriptures and according to the wisdom and the perfect way that the Lord has given us, then all that wisdom, it's for no reason, right? We got to understand the purpose of wisdom. I'll bring that out in 2 Timothy real quick.
What was the verse one more time?
3 and 16.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
So the purpose of the scriptures is, of course, to give us reproof and correction within our times, man. Our people are in all kinds of things. We walk in with all kinds of mindsets, man. We seen it even on C4N this past week, right? How our sisters is thinking out here. And of course, you know, we able to say these things because we know we was going off in the world. Shoot, we know there's still things that we got to improve on and, of course, get built up towards. So the scriptures, we're supposed to be seeking out that reproof and that correction and that instruction in the ways of what? Righteousness, as we're looking throughout the scriptures, man. We're not looking for, well, what's the deepest thing, right? And of course, that doesn't mean don't look into the deep things, right? The scriptures tell you in Sirach 39 that that's an important thing. That, of course, as you give your mind onto what? The law of the Most High, you're going to seek out deeper mysteries. But ultimately, that begins with what? Setting your way towards what? Seeking that instruction to the right way, to how to walk in righteousness first, man, right? It's going to profit you in the long run, right? That's what the scriptures is there for. Of course, you know, the world looks at it like, you know, you can't do this now. You're not able to do this now. They look at it as it's restrictions being placed on your life, right? And of course, you know, the scriptures like Sirach 6, it kind of teaches along those lines, right? Those bands that you're putting on, those fetters that you got to put within yourself within wisdom, right? But at the same time, what is it going to turn into? That gold lace, that purple robe, right? It's going to turn into your royalty, right? Those restrictions that you're placing is protection over your life, right? It's not meant to harm you. It's not meant to bring you lower, but instead it's only meant to elevate you and to help you grow. And of course, to only nurture you as an individual. It's to help you nurture your relationship with your God, with your loved ones, man. A lot of people don't realize how practical the scriptures really get, right? But it's profitable for all these things. Read verse 17.
Verse 17. That the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished. It's like thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
You know, the world teach you to kind of just like deal with just, hey, you imperfect. Just, it is what it is. And just leave it like that. But nah, Christ, he called us onto a higher calling, right? To be therefore perfect, even as our Father in heaven is. So that we can be furnished onto all good works, so that we can move in the right way, right? We've been moving wrong for so long, right? That's why, like, I don't want Kayal was going into, man. We seek out wisdom and seeking out knowledge to advance ourselves within this world, to advance ourselves within so many aspects of our lives, just on a personal level. But we don't go nearly as hard for, you know, the scriptures. And when I teach you, I teach myself, right? That's the reason why we got to go harder, man. That's the reason why we got to look deeper, to seek out that right way for us, to seek out that right way for us to be able to lead our households, for us to be able to lead our families, for us to be able to lead our nation in what? Righteousness, so that we can be walking in these good works. You got anything to add on, Asala?
No, I don't think I can say that better than you.
I'll praise to the Most High. I would say let me give one more. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 1. I don't know if other one was back or not. That's why I say that.
Oh, wait. You said Proverbs 1?
Come on, Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 1.
It's Proverbs 1 and 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel.
Now, this is probably going to be where you're going to find the most wisdom out in the scriptures, right? I would say not the most, but it's a great deal of wisdom within the Proverbs, man. Read. But this is the purpose of this. This is the purpose of wisdom, right? It's not for you to gain 1,000 followers. It's not for you to be seen as, you know, the top brother, right? It's not for your own vain glory, but it's for these reasons. Bring that out, King.
Verse 2, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding.
This is why he's given the proverb. Read.
Verse 3, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity.
To receive the wisdom of justice, judgment, and equity, sound decisions. That's what judgment means, right? The Most High judges the intentions of our hearts, man. He knows what comes into these things, right? But to receive the instruction of wisdom is supposed to help us in order to know the ways of justice, man. That's the reason why we're able to go into what we're going into tonight, man, right? What's the right way, right? And of course, how we should go about these things. In equity, what's best for everybody? What's going to profit us in the long run? And of course, continue to read.
Verse 4, to give stability to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion.
Yo, man, the scriptures teaches us so many things. A lot of people don't even know that the scriptures teach you how to handle even interactions with the police, right? Christ even taught about these things, right? How to deal with, you know, the higher powers within this world. But wisdom is to help us to understand our way. It's not for you to be it's not for you to be mega mind with this thing, man, right? Oh, I got the greatest doctrine in Israel, right? Or can't nobody touch me on prophecy. I would break down the 12 feathers, the 4 horsemen, all these things in a millisecond, right? It's not about that, But it's about what? To understand our way, right? Because our people, we need this knowledge. Our young man is moving crazy out here. Yo, what the young brother said, he got turbulence or something like that? Yo,
that was crazy.
That was madness, right? But the wisdom
that was crazy.
That was crazy. But the wisdom is supposed to teach us a better way than that, man. Right? Young man opened up his mouth and it's wise things, right? I don't want y'all to know what we talking about because we had to call out Louisiana for that. He said that's New Orleans, but he Baton Rouge. He can't be moving like
that's the
that's the book. Nah, but even still, to give that subtlety to us, man, because our people, we moving in all kinds of boisterous, kind of crazy ways, man. Right? We are moving in a way that, of course, is going to benefit us in the long run, a way that's going to help us to get up out of these estates, man. It's holding us back. We continuing to regress. But the wisdom of the scriptures is help us to grow and to improve, right? We want to see improvement on so many levels, our households, our families, right? Our relationships with our wives and our children. But this is the way that we do it. And of course, in order to do it, we got to know where to find it. And where we find it is, of course, within the scriptures, right? So Israel, understand what you're looking for when you're looking into the Bible. It's for you to learn the right way for you to be walking in. Time.
Shalom. Family. Hey, brothers handle things. I can just get straight into it. Shabbat Shalom to all of the regular Sabbath keepers, right? You know, we're gonna get into this thing, but first we can deal with that. But am I sounding good? Mic check. A couple of seconds in the chat. Y'all can hear me loud and decent and clear. You know, we want to give all praise to the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh. We're only able to do so in Hamashiach Yahweh Shah, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ. It is Him that we have the ability to bring scriptures out so skillfully and to build you guys up. Right? Of course, double honors to the general Yahweh, all the angel over this house, and all the teachers and elders that have came before us. So y'all see the thumbnail, right? Y'all heard about Uncle, what's his name? Walter. Why y'all look up his name, his last name?
Select it when it's Walter Johnson.
Johnson, right? Walter Johnson. Y'all see him? But we're gonna get into that. I know y'all ready for that. You know, but first, I wanna cover something. We move in the spirit. Because earlier today, I was thinking, and throughout this week, I'm like, what I'm gonna talk about tonight? What do the people need? What do people need? And I said, you know what? We gotta examine ourselves to be in the faith. And general cannot deal with the class. So then we have to make sure we gotta be patient with ourselves. I did a class on that about being patient with yourselves. Sometimes we want to rush things, whether that is our career, whether that is certain kind of relationships, whether that is our advancement in this truth, our spiritual growth in this truth, because we just want to get there. We want to know this now. We want to know how to break these things down now. We want to know how to defend the gospel now. We will teach you to, when it comes to the Bible, to learn the doctrine for yourself. I will give this wisdom. Learn one thing at a time. I got this wisdom from one of my teachers. He told me that, and I passed it on. Pick a topic Take baptism. Check out on the channel, on Bear channel. Me and Q, we did drop last Wednesday. We did a reaction of an Israelite brother about baptism. Learn that doctrine, know it frontwards, backwards, sideways. Get the scars, get the understanding of the other how other people believe in baptism. Not to offend them, but to defend the truth. Once you got that solid and knocked down, right, then you move on to the next. You know what? With these Nephilims, right? I know I did a big jump, right? But let's go into the chariots. What are these chariots talking about? Let's go in a little bit into that. You know, and then you just, once you learn each and everything at a time, you want to advance. You need to advance. This truth, some of us know that the truth is the right thing. But our zeal is not fully there. Some of us came from the Christian church. Some of us came from being a Muslim. Some of us came from being Jehovah's Witnesses, Seventh-day Adventists. Oh Lord, Adventists, right? Some of us came from different backgrounds. Some of us came from of believing in no higher power. Some of us were atheists. Some of us didn't believe in some things, right? Some of us believe that we could put Nephilim, pink salt, we could put that on our food, or that got strange things in it, right? Whatever background you've come from, this truth has come, being serious. We've learned in this truth that this is the right thing, because what the Bible, we understood that none's going to meet her mate. I believe Isaiah said. And we know this is the right thing. But where's our zeal at? Where's our placement at? Are we really serving the Most High God in sincerity and truth? Do we really believe that the Most High God can change things up in your life? Are you taking your time? Stop rushing. I did that lesson on patience. Do you know how to call up on a brother and fast with him, pray with him, pray with a sister? Not trying to build strange relationships because we're Israelites, but no, letting it wash over you and let it become your identity. Not being weird, but actually living it and applying it. And that is your daily walk. Being strong in a thing and not letting the cares of the world or your own circumstances move you off your square. Look at the generations of old. How any of them got moved off their square? No. But then again, you have to ask yourself, where are you at in this walk? Because you know Christianity, you know that ain't it. You know Muslim, that ain't it. You understand you got to keep the law. King Solomon gave us this wisdom. At the end of the day, I did this, that, and the third. I had riches. I was talking with some brothers about this. That's not in our camp because I built brotherhood. I was talking with some other brothers about this. Some Israelite brothers up in the school with them. King Solomon had riches, houses. In this day and age, he had cars, and of course, he had women. He had chariots, right? One of y'all I want to ride the golden chariot today. I want to ride down there about a mile, right? You know what? This Passover, because King Solomon kept Passover. This Passover, you know what? I want to ride pull out that silver chariot. But I want y'all to put some of them rubies and jewels up on the rims. Because we were only silver and blue this year. Royal blue this year because we royal.
Solomon had the spinners out of one.
He had the spinner. I'm being spiritual, y'all. I ain't streaming on Twitch, but I can stream this later on Twitch, right? He had the spinners, right? I'm being spiritual. And of course, he didn't have no V8 Hemi Scat Pack. But he had one of the best horses. He had some real horsepower up on that thing, right? He said, we're going to ride that one today. He had all the wisdom that the Most High God instilled in him. He knew it. If I'm gonna be late, get a little sleep, get a little slumber, a little twiddling of the fingers and a little twitching of the feet, another roll over and another roll over, another snooze of the alarm. Days passing by. Soon our poverty comes upon thee quickly. I'll paraphrase that thing, but y'all understand it. What does that mean? What do you mean by that, Solomon? If you're being a sluggard, lazy in your personal life, your poverty and your financial is going to come upon you quickly. Same thing in this truth. If you're being lazy in your spiritual advancement, your poverty is going to come upon you quickly, like an armed man in the night. You don't see an armed robber coming. Christ said, the prophecy of Christ said he's coming like a thief in the night. So you got to be ready. Solomon had everything. New breakdowns, prophecy, wisdom, money, this, that, and the third. You know what he said at the end of the day? That don't matter. Just keep the commandments and live. Now, in today's time, keep the command. Hebrew Israelites teach this. You have to keep the commandments and the faith in Christ and Mashiach Yahushua. But that is the whole duty of man. And in that, you will find your salvation. And in that, you will find your rest. And in that, you will find your peace. But you actually have to believe it. Not sitting on the back burner because you're one of those, what they call them, New Year's, Christmas, and Easter Christians. Are you a Passover, a Pentecost or first fruits, and tabernacles Christian Israelite? Are you a Saturday Israelite? Fringes come in only on Friday. Only open this book up. On Saturday. Are you one of them kind of Israelites? Or when you rise in the morning, you praying, you seeking the Most High God's face? I gave my testimony a couple of back in January of some strange things that happened in my life. I said, God, I need more time to do the truth, and He applied and He gave that to me. Now, what am I going to do with that? I need more time for the truth. I need more time to push your word, God. He gave me that. What are you doing with that? Some of us don't think we have the time. That means you got to route yourself out. You got to make the time, huh? You got to make the time, Aqua. Akim and Aqua. Sisters and brothers, law-abiding citizens of the kingdom, you have to get that time. You got to suffer some things. If this is not benefiting me in this part of my life, you got to go over here. And you know what? I'm going to put that. I haven't turned on my TV. I really don't watch TV like that anyway. I do have some shows I do enjoy and enjoy to watch. But I haven't turned on my TV since the 6th month. New moon 6th month. Go back on the channel. You'll see we in the 12th month. It's been 6 months since I turned on that TV. I actually sat down because I don't got time for that. I got to sit here and study this. I got to sit here and study that. Because I believe the thing that I'm in. It's just not a costume. It's just not a phase. I have to constantly grow in this truth. I got to get wise because it's not going to get easier. Christ said this, those that endure to the end, that same going to be saved. So you got to make sure you're not a reprobate. You got to make sure you're not being rejected by Him. August 22nd, right? Since the last time I turned on. As a matter of fact, I think that was Soldier Abaya that actually turned on that TV down there. I could just date that. Because after he left, I found them on control. You lost my control. Or maybe I lost it. I don't know. But it didn't matter. I could just date it then. But even prior for that, I wasn't watching TV like that. But you got to make sure you up in this thing, brothers and sisters. And constantly elevating your spiritual growth. Because it's some trials and tribulations that's going to come in your life that just may put you over here. That just may got you, oh God, am I really going to trust you? Or is this something I mean it? The last time I received a paycheck was January 9th. A day of birth for myself. And a day of closing of one chapter in my life. A day of high emotions, all at the same time. And I praise God anyway. Then I said, how am I going to, I heard the general say, when Polite was doing all his folly and mess, he was challenging Israelite brothers' faith and whatnot. In my personal life, I said, my prayer was, I know you can do things. I've been in this faith and I've been asking you, God, to increase my, I've been meant to, y'all remember to figure out how to turn this mess off after class. All them thumbs up and balloons and mess. I asked God to strengthen my faith. Right? I'm serious. Ask God to strengthen my faith, and He did that. You know, sometimes you got, Christ taught us to pray with no doubt. And His disciples marveled at that thing when the account when he withered a fig tree, the parable of him withering a fig tree, and he did it just like that. I need that kind of faith. I ain't gonna reteach the class. I'm just teaching myself. And maybe you may be that hit dog that hollers, right? You want to be the hit dog that hollers in this. So I asked God, I said, I don't know where my next is coming from, but can you put a spirit on the people that have authority over me to let them be at ease while I'll get this stuff together? Can you give me a little more time with them? Can you put a calm spirit on the heathens around about me? Christ said this. I believe Christ said it. When you roughly paraphrase it, when you obey God, even your enemies will be at peace with you. Why don't y'all find me that precept and read it real quick?
Carter the one, I'm there.
Go ahead and read that. We don't got to put it on the screen unless you already got it.
Carter the one. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
When a man's ways please the Lord,
mm-hmm.
he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
So when hard times come, don't go back into your temptation. Don't go try. I did that lesson last week. Don't go try to find a way of escape. That blunt, put it down. That bottle, put it down. Those movies, watching the movies up under the covers, put it down because you want to escape reality. But when your ways please the Lord, you're not going towards that, but you're going into prayer and you're seeking His face. And you believe that thing because that is your religion, that is your practice, that is your faith. You're not being tossed to and fro. You understand what's going on in your life because those who keep the commandments, you get a good understanding on everything that's round about you. That's what you're in. Look at to the generations of old. Did they have any doubt? Give me Romans 8 and 28. Give me Romans 8 and 28. So you have to constantly increase in your spiritual walk when things come into your life and knowing that, you know what? God's going to make a way. He's going to supply every one of my needs. I never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed go begging for bread. Are you righteous? Are you in good report with the Lord? Or are you still battling? Yo, I understand temptation, but if you're still battling with the same thing, we coming up on Passover. Some brothers keeping it next month, we're keeping it the top of April. And what now? We're in Passover season. You should not be dealing with the same thing that you dealt with last year. If you are, call up a brother, call up a sister, let's fast and pray. I did that class. Take that, what you've been doing before, it hasn't been working because your faith is not there. I've been dealing with this for X amount of years, even before I came to the truth, and he's still not acting right. She's still not acting right. These situations right here, it's always going to be like this. My brother, my sister, my parents, they always go, but you in this thing. No, you got that doubt. What are you doing? Take your time. You're not going to see the change overnight. You got to constantly endure. That's how I read that.
You're on mute, King.
You already shared it. This Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called, to them who are the called according to his purpose.
Do you believe that thing there? Do you believe that everything in your life is working for the good of them? We understand what is loving God, keeping the commandments John taught us. So you be keeping the faith, you be keeping the commandments. But knowing this, everything is going to work out for. James taught us this. You have to let patience have its perfect work. With you being patient, your situations, or not just your situations, but your elevation in spirit, your elevation in the world, because you can have good success in this world. Jeremiah said, build ye houses and have wives and husbands and be fruitful and make a garden over there. Have brotherhood, have sisterhood. You guys can laugh. You got to know where you're at in your spiritual walk. It's going to be all right. That's what you got to understand. When you go through shit, hold on. Hold on. Where we at? Where is it at? Where you at?
Disclaimer, parental advisory warning. Parents and guardians are hereby advised that this class contains mature subject matter and may be inappropriate for children. Attendance is intended solely for mature audiences and may include, but not limited to, coarse language, sexual content, and suggestive dialogue. Viewer discretion is advised.
We ain't getting sexual tonight, but we just gonna talk about a little meat. You gotta understand what your purpose is in this life. I have to throw that for our solid. It's It's after hours. I know how I get down. Yo, that's gonna be talking about that's easy. That's easy. We're gonna get there. But we had a camp video. We haven't talked to no people, no challengers in a while. They were a little lower, but it's all right. Then we came off a powerful Sabbath class, and we're gonna elevate and we'll have a little fun, right? You have to know that everything hold on. You be keeping the commandments. That's why you got to check yourself, or do you really believe it? When you go through shit, when you go through hell, but you've been keeping the commandments, now you got to apply the faith for real. And it should make you stronger. That's the time. I've never experienced the things that I've experienced within the last my last year. It's been a year, right? Black shirt. I've been a black shirt for almost a year. And there's some things that I've experienced that I have not experienced before. Then I look back at the year beforehand. I look back on yesteryear. Yo, I dealt with death Some people have lost mothers. Some people have lost fathers. Well, I lost a sibling that I wasn't, which I wish I was closer to. I lost a sibling. All at the same time, I had a major 7-hour surgery in the hospital Monday night, leaving out of there Friday afternoon. This is my early stages in the truth. That's why you have to look back on yesteryear and ask yourself, this is not the last time I've been through this. This is not the first time I've been through the squeeze. I've been through this thing before. Most High God brought me out. Yeah, that was a little bit challenging. You know, I wish I would have did this a little better. You know, you got that experience. Now you operate in that thing. You still here. You still got work to do. You still have to elevate yourself. You got to pray to the Most High God. I've been praying to the Most High God. Remove the spirit of doubt. Remove that spirit. I don't know what that is. Come up out of here. You got to go in your prayer closet and you got to get before the Lord. And I mean, really get before him and say, God, I've been dealing with this right here. But first off, forgive me for my sins, for they are many. Forgive me for the sins I know about. Oh, I did this, that, and the third. Get that out the way. Always petition the Most High God to blot out your sins. Then you deal with because you don't want to be selfish, right? You don't want to be selfish. Ask, pray for our nation. When I say nation, pray for your people. Pray for your people. Not just the ones in the faith, but pray for your people. We're going to get into that tonight. But then you go, because you don't want to be selfish. That's the Most High God to ease some of these curses off of us. I'm dealing with some of these curses myself. But then you really get to it. Sometimes, who's that David that prayed 7 times in one day? Sometimes you just, Yahweh, the water. I'm coming to you as humbly as I know how through the Spirit of Christ. Yo, I've been dealing with this thing right here. I need you to rearrange it. I need you to increase, whatever it may be. I don't know. Whether that's a lack of faith, whether that's a lingering temptation, a lingering device, whether that's spiritual advancement. When I say spiritual advancement, I mean in your walk and in knowing the scriptures, not as though because you want to be seen by men of knowing the scriptures. That's extra. You don't want to be you don't want to be superfluous. You don't want to be unnecessary, right? You want to be just right there. You want to be what God wants you to be. How do you know what God wants you to be? Looking at your situation. Looking at your life. Where are you at right now in your walk? Do I really got the faith? Give me 2 Corinthians 13:5 in the Amplified. Second Corinthians 13:5 in the Amplified. You have to really examine yourself. Paul told us, we about to get it. We about to get it. You have to truly examine yourself, examine your spirit, and make sure you're in that truth. Go ahead and read that.
It's 2 Corinthians 13, verse 5 in the Amplified. Test and evaluate yourselves to see whether you are in the faith and living your lives as committed believers.
Right there, hold on. When you pray, or when you're just reflecting over your life, you got to test yourself, evaluate yourself. This past week, short wins. This past week, this, that, and the third, I could have did this better. My faith was lacking here. This past month, from one new moon to another new moon. Test your spirit. Evaluate yourself. Is your faith really there? Read on.
Examine yourselves, not me.
Examine. Don't be worried about those people over there. Paul said, don't be worried about me. Straight as the gate. Straight as the wall. Only one could go in at a time. Don't worry about me. Well, what's this brother doing? Look at this sister. That. Building up your brotherhood, that's building up your sisterhood, that's one thing. But don't be trying to let the Spirit wash over you with that. Read on.
Or do you not recognize this about yourselves by an ongoing experience that Jesus Christ is in you? Unless indeed you fail the test and are rejected as counterfeit.
Greater is he that is in with you than he that is within the world. I could do all things through Christ. I could leap over mountains for there. I could run through a troop. Right? But is that really in you? Or are you just being, Amplify called you a fake. Fake. We would call this, I'll say this. If I would speak as a man, I would say this, you a fake MF, right? I ain't gonna get too graphic. You know, put the announcement on there. Right? You don't want to be a fake towards yourself. You don't be fake towards God. Don't be fake towards God. Christ said, I'd rather for you to be hot or cold. Not in the middle of lukewarm. You got to be on fire for yourself. Read on.
Verse 6.
Yeah, there we go.
But I hope you will acknowledge that we do not fail the test, nor are we to be rejected.
Self-explanatory. Go back to Romans 8:35. Put it in a nice version.
Harder to one.
Go ahead and read that. Romans 8 and 8. Can't read my hand right. Go to Romans 8. And I think I want verse 35. That's
Harder to one. It's the book of Romans.
Put the whole thing on the screen. The whole thing. Put the whole chapter on the screen and start right there at 35. I want the people to see. We're gonna read all the way down.
Harder to one. Right. This is the book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword?
So Paul asked the question, who's going to take you away from the comfort of Christ, who gave you the ability to come back to the Most High God, to come back to the law, to come back crying out, Abba, Father, save me up out of this wicked place? Who's going to separate? What shall separate you from that? Only yourself. Read on.
As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
We're gonna deal with some shit. That's it. Ezra gave us this wisdom here. Everyone that is born, you gotta fight. That's it. It's simple. Read on.
Nay, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
Read.
For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come.
This is one of my uncle's favorite scriptures, right? This is one of my uncle's favorite scripture. All right, I got him up on here. He got that scripture right on his obituary here. Romans 8:38. But I'm persuaded. That was on his gospel album. Eugene Cole and Persuaded. I was persuaded up in that thing. Now I'm in this truth. I'm really persuaded. Read the definition of persuaded. You don't got to pull it up on the screen. Let's look it up real quick before we advance.
Cause someone to do. Now muted. No. Slocky, to cause someone to do something through reasoning or argument. Provide some. That's the verb. Well, I guess persuade. I don't know. I feel like that's not a great definition. Give me a second. It says to move by argument, entreaty, or expostulation to a. Why is it using these big words?
Or everyone is simple. Give us the Joel Osteen version.
I don't know what that means. Expostulation.
Give us that prosperity version.
As in convinced, to cause someone to agree with belief or a course of action by using arguments or an earnest request.
That's what it is. Cause of belief.
I don't know what that other word means.
Argument and of requests. The things that you're going through. Paul also said this. Doesn't matter what state I'm in. Philippians 1:11. It doesn't matter what state I'm in. In all things, no matter the condition, I learned to be at peace. For therefore I am persuaded, read.
Counter one. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Christ Jesus our Lord.
Soft and warm, the quiet storm.
All praise to the Most High God. All praise to the Most High God. We tried to warn you. We over here, yo. We're not going to tear down the brother. You got to be in the right spirit. Don't be in the wrong spirit. Let's advance, right? Because some of us, you got to tell yourself this. When you want to go off a little bit.
Wrong spirit, wrong spirit, wrong spirit. You're operating. Yes, sir. You operated in the wrong spirit. Wrong.
Don't be operating in the wrong spirit when you're dealing with these heathens. You got to be in the right spirit. But we over here looking at Unc like this. Have to wake yourselves up. So, Mr. Tendernism himself. It was a black act like you. These curses are still heavy amongst our people. Unc was way too comfortable. Yo, I got a little too comfortable around the heathen, and I said, damn. I kind of, I should have, and these things happen. And I got a little too comfortable. Unc got a little too comfortable in that thing. Mr. Tendernism himself, he put destination, we're going to call it out. I want to go to that smokehouse. I've been traveling. Destination Smokehouse is located down in Marietta, California. And it's about an hour, I think maybe about an hour, maybe 2 hours out from LA, going a little bit southeast. Maybe an hour, give or take, right? And that restaurant started as a coffee shop. And brother, Edward Johnson, Tendernism, him and his friend, right? I don't know. Find me that Edomite's name. Him and his partner, we'll use that word loosely. Him and his partner, they started selling barbecue out of the coffee shop to draw in more customers. But how crafty Esau is, he knew what he was doing. Because I'm pretty sure Unc always had that kind of spirit about him. If you don't, we're gonna show you. We're gonna show you. I'm pretty sure. What's his name?
His name is Nick Yepperman. Yepperman.
How you spell that?
It's YEPREMIAN. I'll put it in the After Hours chat.
Yeah.
So y'all understand? Just because if y'all don't know, y'all forgot to pronounce that. Watch. Let me figure this out. Let me put him up on here. Open link. Just for the people that may not know who Edward Johnson is.
Walter.
What? Slack you. Well, I heard Johnson. Let me share my screen. Why is this not sharing what I want? Yeah, there we go. Uh-oh, wrong screen. Where am I After Hours chat? Wrong screen. All praise it. I don't got no spooky things up on there. Right. No folly. Wrong screen.
Says it's an Armenian last name. Armenian.
Where is it at? I want to share. Oh, Windows. There we go. Now, why is it not sharing? Come on now. Can y'all see my screen? I mean, it's not letting me. I've been moving smoothly through this thing. Uh-oh. What do? I want to share. It's not even giving me the option. Hold on, let me go back out and come back in. Hold on.
Bear with us one moment, family. As of course, we try to pull up this image of course, Unc. And it's a testament to, of course, I say a tale as old as time, man. Of course, to just how real the world is around us. We oftentimes told to, ignore the very present realities that we in, right? And of course, to forget about the past, to forget about what happened before, and all these different things. And of course, we even try to bring, religion into that, to say, this is the reason why you're supposed to forget what happened to you, what happened to your people. And of course, you're supposed to blind yourself to the very present and true reality and threats that's within the world for you, right? They say that we as the sheep are telling the other sheep that the wolf is right there. Don't go with him. That we're teaching hate. But that's the furthest thing from the truth. We just trying to warn our people, right? And it's just like the title of this lesson says, man, we try to tell you, Mr. Tendernism and more, right? And of course, I say that goes into like one of the purest forms of love, right? That open rebuke, right? It's not, of course, it's a rebuke that's comely, though. Of course, some brothers, they take that verse and say, well, I'm gonna just blast it out on the street, right? But nah. And of course, it comes from a place of love, right? Trying to teach our people, the kind of relationships we're supposed to be building and who we're supposed to have within our circle. But we can't do that if we have our enemies within this plane. Let me get Sirach chapter I want to say 35 and 20. Sirach 25. I'm flipping in the wrong book.
35 and 25?
Sirach 35 and 25. No, Sirach 34 verse 23. Sirach 34 and 23. I don't want to jump the gun for the verses that the other one wants to bring out.
And 23, it says, when one buildeth and another pulleth down, what profit have they then but labor?
So if you're trying to build with somebody that's just looking to usurp you, that's just looking to overtake you, just looking to dethrone you, right? that's trying to tear down what it is that you're trying to build, and of course trying to take the bricks from your platform and trying to use it to build theirs, right? If you're trying to do that, it's not going to work. You're just going to have nothing but labor. You're just going to have nothing but work and no reward for that work, right? It's going to be no product that comes from that thing. But that's the whole reason why we're trying to teach our people, of course, you know, the purpose of SA community purpose, right? Hey, trying to gather together with your own people, right? Because it won't happen if we have the other nations trying to turn on us like, shoot, like it wasn't Ezra. You know, they was just like, even we can get that account, but especially when it comes to our religion. But even still, we see this on a practical level. Like, yo, this is just a restaurant. But at the same time, it becomes relevant. Of course, because it's very true to what the scriptures already taught us. And of course, it's very true to, you know, I mean, the world that's around us. Yeah, reality. Shoot, you got anything on that point?
I mean, I was just gonna say, like, you know, it's portrayed as if it's hateful. I'm not a hateful person because, say I'm third person and I observe somebody messing with you over and over and over, and they don't leave you alone. They continue to mess with you, and then they turn around and point the finger at you when you try to do something about it. And I tell you, hey, look, let's just go over there. Let's just stay away from this guy. Let's not deal with him no more. He don't treat you right. Am I being hateful to that person?
No,
or am I'm preaching to the choir. This is something that crosses my mind every day. It's very frustrating that, you know, we don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? It's a quote. I think it's James Baldwin. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it said, okay, it's James Baldwin. It says, to be a Negro in this country and to be relatively conscious is to be enraged almost all the time. And the scriptures tell us that. It says oppression makes a wise man mad. Right? It drives you crazy. Right? And you know, I yield with that.
No, this shit over here paid too much money for this shit. I was over here tripping and whatnot. You know, I'm trying to get it together. You know, let me like these incense.
Yeah, blow off some steam, huh?
Yeah, it's, I have to restart. I didn't want to shut everything. I got what I want up on this screen, on this computer here. And I'm like, I'm like, my Wi-Fi good. I just got the box sitting right here, just like StreamYard. It just totally crazy. The whole page was the spot. I have to do this, that, and the third to get it back up there. But no, this gonna come out. This gonna come out. Said me, Jason Ford said, Unc spoke out against his own people when we tried to warn him. Now he's fired with no business and nothing was named. We tried to warn you. We tried to warn you. But before we was interrupted by technical difficulties, I want to share my screen. I hope, sure. If you don't know who Tendernism is, right, this is him.
About to get hungry.
I already ain't some, but I'm trying to tell y'all something. They coming. I told y'all gonna have a surprise. Look at that. You don't know nothing about it. You know that Tendernism I was talking about? Check this out. Boy, that's booty. Yeah. Tendernism. Lamb chop. $75 a rack. All y'all got to come down here and get some of these. You don't have to believe me. Come on down. Booyah.
That was Esau recording the whole time?
It's been him recording the entire time from the rip. From the motherfucking rip.
I ain't
So
know
they
that.
knew what they was doing. So this is Mr. Tendernism himself. No, this ain't no free advertisement. They boycotting that mess. That's in their smokehouse down there in Marietta, California. Soul Cow. They, you know, Twitter, you know, and other social media platforms, they doing what they doing. Let that work. What's going on with them? But they use, so that's Mr. Tendernism, Mr. Edward Walters. They started as a little coffee shop, and they pulled him in, and he started selling. First off, $75 for a rack of lamb is
Yeah, that's crazy.
6 bones. Some racks have 7. Normally, they want to give you 6, and they cut that bam off, right?
That's that califlation.
That's the cowflation.
Hell no. So I said, so Esau knew what he was doing from the rip, because I'm pretty sure didn't just had his personality overnight. He's always been like this. And they saw that how they can profit, be the mascot, and use him to sell. So then they changed from a little coffee shop that they were selling barbecue out of to this big old franchise, well, not franchise, but this big old establishment. And probably out there on the grill day and night and day. And he doing the same. I bet you that it's not gonna be as good. So I used to work in the culinary field, right? I used to work in the culinary field and at a few Michelin star restaurants in Napa. And when they knew, before I left, they was asking me, because I have a couple of my things on the menu, right? And they was asking me, can you give us your recipes or whatnot? I said, sure, but I left a whole bunch of mess out. Gotta pay me. Left a whole bunch of mess out. I changed some stuff up. Y'all ain't about the way y'all treated me up in here. Right? Because they knew I was leaving. I was the only black chef in the Michelin star restaurant out there now. I ain't gonna tell y'all the name of it. I'll let me out of today. And I was found out through the grapevine I was a first black chef. And I didn't like the way I was being treated, and I seen through that. Got the hell up out. Right? Got what I needed and left. So they've been using this brother. Advertisement. Then came along, I want to share another clip. A famous TikToker, a famous influencer, a social media influencer, goes by the name of Keith Lee. Came and pulled up on Unc. Can one of y'all pause the back? It's the reason why I chose this background music for tonight. The selection of choice. Can y'all pause that for a sec?
Absolutely, Oxtail, but past Oxtail, the standout is Unc. Not only in my
so y'all understand. Y'all should understand who Keith Lee is. If y'all don't understand who Keith Lee is, Keith Lee is a famous social media influencer, a food reviewer. He goes all over the country, all over the nation, to promote small businesses, this, that, and the third. And he builds them up if their food is good. Right? He gives honest reviews. Right? You can't pay him. And the way Keith Lee moves, because he's a famous person. And if you're a famous person or influencer, when you go into a restaurant, you're going to get the utmost service. They're going to give you the best cut of brisket, right? They're going to give you that last cup of Kool-Aid, because that last cup ain't nothing like that. Not Steven smiling. Because that last cup of Kool-Aid ain't nothing like that last cup of Kool-Aid or that last cup of sweet tea, and you swish it around a little bit after all the sugar and whatnot has established. and confirmed at the bottom. They, you know,
Yeah.
Kool-Aid packets. Even I'm upset now.
You know, they want. So he sends his family members in who are not popular by face, and they go and get the Nasim over there cracking the hell up. So he goes in there and he sends his family in there because he want to get treated like everybody else. Give me what you're gonna give everybody else, right? That's who Keith Lee is. But because of social media and whatnot, Destination Smokehouse already been popular across the nation. And they said, Keith Lee, we want you to go there and we want your opinion of it. And here is the opinion.
The standout is absolutely the Oxtail. But past Oxtail, the standout is Unk. Not only in my opinion is it extremely hard to get people engaged like that.
So I'm not going to give y'all his whole, go look up, y'all could go do this. I'm just getting straight to the point of this. Y'all go look up his reviews and whatnot if you haven't seen it already. I cut all that out, right?
Absolutely the Oxtail. But past Oxtail, the standout is Unk. Not only in my opinion is it extremely hard to get people engaged like that, to show your true personality, to be yourself, no matter how fast things take off in the space. I don't think he intended for it to go the way it's going. I think he just wants to show his love of food and his love of what it is that he's doing.
So as Keith Lee is talking, that's Keith Lee right there. And he's talking to the people at the counter. And he wants to give a $4,000 tip to Mr. Tendernism himself. And another rack to go to the people that are standing in line. So this is five racks coming out this brother's pocket, right? 4,000 to the and then 1,000 to the people that are in line. I'm gonna pay for it. Hey, there's $1,000, and y'all, the next people come up, right? That's how Keith Lee is operating, and he's asking, we would like to speak with them, and they're asking him, and then they're telling him, well, he's in a podcast right now. He's not going to take any tips or anything like that, y'all. And they brushed them off, right? Sounds familiar?
Only taking $5,000 out of my own bank, and we going to say happy holidays to Unk. So update. We could not get to Unk. Security said it was over with for the day. They said that he was filming something. I believe he was filming a podcast. We had $5,000 in cash, or $4,000 in cash that we was gonna give him a hand. They didn't take it, so we not only gonna take this money and feed some people, but we just gonna do what we feel like we're supposed to do in the community. And as always, after this, I pray and hope that they continue to reach their target audience. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
So y'all know social media did what social media did with that thing, right? Started getting bad reviews. People started looking at it. They was already looking at it, but now the eye is really on Destination Smokehouse and Nickerman, right? No, that ain't his name. I see it. So through that, social media is doing their thing, and they're like, we need you to, you're not being treated right. Then they started examining videos and whatnot. Then people started doing their little research. They was asking them, now he's really popular. People think he owns the restaurant. I thought he owned the restaurant. Come to find out, he wasn't even a partner, but an employee. What y'all want to hear that's going to come out of the damn horse's mouth. He saw your skirt is lifted. He wasn't a partner. How you get fired as a partner? Only time that happens if you up there with the family that prays. And you don't sit on the whole, if you haven't seen that movie, you ain't gonna understand that reference. But on a corporate board, right? You gotta be voted out. That's how that happens. Y'all ain't that damn big. Y'all ain't nowhere close to that. I'm not hating or nothing. It just is what it is, right? You have something cute?
I counter the one. So understanding that, it's just more so like, but he's the main one that you see on the page, but yet he has no part in the business. So at that point, it's just like he's being more so treated like a mascot at this point. And it's like, what difference is with this than for what we seen back in the day with like the old Aunt Jemima? Whereas they put him at the forefront, push his recipes at the forefront, but really it's a white face that's owning, the company and whatnot, that's making the money and the profits from off of this. right? But they push him to the forefront, like, and when you really look at it and examine it, it's really disgusting, right? And of course, it just goes to show that we tried to tell you, right? And I yield there.
Hey, Con. Hey, so of course, social media did their thing, right? They're looking, they're searching things out. I sent you something, Key. I think I want to show something else. I want to show. I got you. And forgive me if you're on here. Make sure, officers and soldiers and whatnot, make sure this video gets out. I got a lot of DMs. Forgive me if I'm going to say this in the beginning of the class. I'm going to get back to your DMs. Right, on the Telegram. In my text messages. Charge it to my mind and not my heart if I have not gotten back to you yet, whether it's a text by text message or the Telegram. I know I'm popular. No. I want to say this. What'd you say?
I said, brother going off.
Right, that's the exact opposite what the elder just thought about. I want to play this. I want to play a couple of more. We already into it, right? I want to play a couple of more before I get to his termination. She share a screen. Windows. Bam. Oh, shoot. I got to do it again. I don't got the audio. Boom. Share screen. Okay. Share audio. I think this is the one I want to share. Hopefully I'm not jumping the gun on myself.
Soon. So we breaking all that. That's dead. We done already trademarked another way to say Tendernism.
Oh, no, this is not the one.
We give him his own restaurant. He ain't got to pay for nothing. We coming out of pocket for everything.
Pause now. That is the one I wanted. A few weeks ago, give or take, about a month ago, give or take. Unk got real popular. Unk is popular for real now, right? And Nickerman, he went and trademarked that slogan, that name, Tendernism. And I looked it up for myself. I searched that thing out. And I said, lo and behold, the show is them. They really trademarked that thing. And they ain't gonna get no royalties from that mug. And we telling Unk, we told you. And once we see that, this was about a month ago, give or take, right? Once you start seeing the signs, you gotta know your exit. You gotta know your exit. You gotta get up out of there. Right? So after Keith Lee video, I want to share this one. Let me share my screen again. So after the video, right, Keith Lee did that. A little bit afterwards, a podcaster named by Willie D Live, right? Not Willie D Williams, but Willie D Live. I just heard about him. Some of y'all probably see this video already. He interviewed him. He interviewed him and Nickerman. And this was their words. Let me see.
Wow.
Oh, it's locked.
What's that?
Hold on. Wrong account. Hold on. I'll say something while I get into my let me see. Hold on.
I just want the budgeting app.
No, I want
You got the YouTube Premium or something?
Yeah, I'm on the Bay Area's account. Let me switch to my account.
Look here, Mike.
There we go.
Hey, we was speaking to y'all.
Ain't no commercial. Ain't no commercial on this.
Get in though.
Watch from the review, it just didn't seem like he really off camera. And then one.
Throw that fair use up on there for me. Throw that fair use up on there.
So as soon as I got the idea, I started messaging him, and I went out.
So I'm gonna let this play a bit. Y'all gonna hear Nickerman talk about it, right? I want you to observe Unc's face in this, right?
The parking lot trying to find him. I was hoping he was going to be at our restaurant when we were in Hemet in our original location. I know who he is. I'm a food guy and I'm on the internet all the time. I do all our social media, so I'm well aware. And it would have been a great boost to us in Hemet, you know? I figured he just never came because the level that we're at now, he likes to help out businesses that need more exposure, you know? So, but I would have been, if I would have known he was here, I would have probably asked Edie to stop for a few seconds so we could go over there.
Right, so y'all hearing the lies coming up out of his mouth. The point, if you understand, so he said he didn't know, in the beginning he said he didn't know who Keith Lee was. Then later on down the line, he did say he knew who Keith Lee was. Which one is it? Because if you know who Keith Lee was or is, you would know he's not going to come up in there. He's going to send his people in there because he don't want no special treatment. He wants the same treatment like you giving everybody else. I hate that guy.
That's what I would have done. But ever since I reached out to him, I've gotten zero response. I thought I was very respectful. From what I've watched from the review, it just didn't seem like he really captured what it's like when you come to this place. It's just disappointing that as popular as people can be on social media, people don't know everybody. You know, I'm in shock. We just went to Dallas, and you had to see it in person. Everybody came up to Walt. Not everybody knew who he was, but so many people came up to him. So there is this line where you're really well known, but it's possible some people don't know you. But we would love for him to come back. And
you're on mute.
I want to talk about that real quick, about Dallas. I want to talk about Dallas real quick. Let me pull this video up. I did my research. He got sent home from Dallas. Nickerman sent him home.
Sent him home.
He got sent home. Hold on. Video file. Because y'all know Esau likes to record, Esau likes to document everything.
Huh? How you get sent home?
So leg one is down, brother has to go back.
So this is what they're I got right. This one that was in Dallas. I want y'all to hear what Nickerman is saying.
Enjoy, guys. So leg one is down, brother has to go back. He's got some special stuff to attend to. How you feel, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm leaving Dallas out of this.
He got that same look on his face. He can't put his finger on it. I had that same look on my face back in January. He knows something ain't right. He knows something not right in his spirit.
Gate right here. I can't tell you where I'm leaving out of, but anyway, I'll see y'all again in the southern part of California, City B, Marietta. You know what we do. This destination, one the nation. And we'll see you again, Dallas. That's all.
Special trip, brother. I appreciate you.
Yes,
I love you. Thank you for coming out here.
I'll see you when you get back.
You can't say you love me on camera?
I love you, boy.
Everybody understand?
Yeah.
Everybody understand?
Very deep.
So let's pull this back up. Let's pull this back
up. We're really pleased with the review he gave of the oxtail. And yeah, sorry, brother.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, look here, Mr. Wilson. That's what we need to do in this podcast. He's sitting in with us. Then that way we can clear all this stuff up. Like I am in since a little older than a little bit, not much now. And so, you know, hey, I want to get it over. There's gonna be candy coating. Let's just sit down, gentlemen conversation, you know, drink some Kool-Aid and something together, and we eat some oxtail. And then we talk about this here, because just misunderstand, it's 2026. We gonna clear everything. Now, in the back, I want to let y'all know something. I live too long, somebody taking advantage. That part of taking advantage of me, there's a lot of.
like it. I don't know if it's a background, but can one of y'all find? I don't think I have it. Oh, the most recent video of Unc about. It's probably on any platform. Social media. It's probably on any platform.
What's his name again?
You can you can just put in Tendernism, and it's going to pop up. It just because that's why I want to do this tonight. Of him actually talking about his termination, right? So I want to play that one next. He's gonna be like outside. He's gonna be like outside or something, and send that to me.
The one where he's outside talking to the camera.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw that.
And play it for yourself. Make sure that's the one. I want what of him telling about how he got terminated and whatnot.
That's the nation. This is one in the nation.
Yes, sir.
I remember just like these two, the same two people on this podcast right now. It's the same two people know something about destination. But see, the media just get off and run with the negative stuff. And I tell them all the time, don't be feeding into that negativity, because they ain't not just somebody trying to push, divide and conquer. We doing what we do. We love doing it. I love eating. I like to eat. Yeah, so to that negative. And so people should just be happy for all of us. Even you come on down and kick it. We all sit down. This is what it's about, living. Take the L and E off that word life you have if you be able to print this power. If I walk out that door behind me, you don't know what time that is. You gotta live. You have it.
So as y'all can see, this is scripted like a motherfucker, right? This is scripted. Of course, they knew they was coming up on. They knew they was going to have an interview. They knew they was going to have to talk about this, all right? And throughout this whole time, we're going to get some scriptures, then we're going to shut it down. We're going to shut it down. Y'all got anything? Y'all want to say anything before I advance?
Yeah. The vibe I'm getting is like a really weird, really bad defense attorney and his client. That's the vibe I'm getting right here. It's weird, and I don't know. I want to see how it plays out, because honestly, I don't even know everything that happened. So
it's like trying to defend a nigga you know is guilty. It's like he just like, well, you know, he might not have did this. You know, it's 2025. You know, you're trying to lobby for him, trying to make excuses. But even still, like, you look at where we are today, how it all went down. It's just like, well, clearly we see we tried to tell you, right? Exactly what we started was going to be from the moment that, of course, you know, he got the thing trademarked, right? He got it copyrighted all the way up to now, to where he has to make an update because he was let go. It just goes to show that these problems, it's well rooted within reality, and you can't just gouge out your eyes to see all this, man. Right? He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. If you got eyes to see this, then don't blind yourself to it. Now you're there.
This is exactly what I was thinking. What the brother Jason said. Looks like he's being held hostage. It looks like bro is holding him up and forcing him to do all these things. I don't know, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a weird vibe going on.
The whole time. The whole time. It's been like a weird vibe.
Even that last video, it's just creepy.
It's creepy. It's scripted. So throughout this time, the past few weeks ago, past month, give or take, Nickerman, he's seen it because I don't follow them, right? But I keep up with the news. And Nickerman started being he's seen all the recognition, and now he started being on the forefront of things. He out there trying to shimmy and whatnot, take a piece of the barbecue. Be careful with my words. Take a piece of the barbecue, and he want to do a little dance and shimmy and whatnot now.
He saw the attention that Uncle's getting and wanted it for himself.
Hey, iron is sure to rust.
It was rust. Uh-oh. Slocky.
Now, I was saying he started looking like Medea in that picture towards that attention and started lusting for it. And he had to take it by any means necessary. And of course, at the expense of dang this brother. And he had it and he took it by firing Unc, man. When Unc was the one who got him that recognition, when Unc was the one who got him to where he is right now, right? I'm pretty sure it was probably his recipes. It was his intuition that brought Destination Smokehouse to where it is today, to where people even know their name, right? Because at first it was a coffee shop, right? And
everybody thought this was his establishment.
This is literally Mr. Tendernism. But yet, how all of a sudden does he have the name?
I absolutely thought it was Unks.
It is Unks.
Nah, for sure.
But he stole it. That's because just like you said, man, that iron is sure to rust. I yield there.
As though looking through a looking glass, you will see that his filthiness.
I think it says his wickedness has not altogether been wiped away.
That's his wickedness has not altogether been wiped away. Those for the heathens, read it. You don't go put it on screen, just read it.
The rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
Start up one. Never trust thine enemy.
This is Sirach 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Right there. You got to know who your enemies are. You got to know. Christ taught you how to deal with them. You got to be harmless as a dove, but you got to be wise as a serpent, moving amongst them, right? Harmless as a dove, wise as a serpent. Understanding who your enemies are. Yes, David listed our enemies in Psalms 83. He named every nation, and the tabernacle of Edom was on top of that list. And if I were to do a record, brother's about to know where I'm going with this. I got to, because that is my lived experience. And if I was to do a record and describe the book of Shalimah, well, let me not say Shalimah, that's been taken. The book of Theophilus, 2026 AD. The tabernacles of Moab will be on the top of that list. I got a jab at Moab. I got a jab at them Asians. Just real quick, a little because y'all can't get away either, right?
I think number 3 on the list.
Yeah, I think they're on about
Ishmael and then Moab and then the Hagarine.
Hagarine's right
up there.
They up there high on that They up there high on that list. They don't like you. Moab want to work the night shift all the time and whatnot, and you asking for a little help, or whatever the case may be, you ask for a little help, and you not them. I don't know. You don't know shit. Well, we can know Esau. We can know Esau. Right.
Hurry up and buy.
Right. But hey, we be up in y'all hair salons. What Q at? You over there cracking the hell up. Stop hiding your face. Yo, he said, I knew. Yo, we be up in your hair salons. I mean, not your hair salons, because we got that. Because y'all show can't do, y'all can't twist a lot. Y'all can't, do a fade. Y'all come to us for that. Seeing Moab. Yo, I be seeing Moab and Edomites up in the brother shops. We be in your hair salons. I keep on saying hair salon. What is it called? Beauty supply.
Yes.
We be up in your beauty supplies. We be up in your nail salons, in your stores, or up by a jail for the ladies. Right? And our people, y'all can't get away. When y'all go into these people establishment, yo, I done seen our people showing their ass up in there in a nail salon because y'all don't got the laws of God. Because the one we may do a reaction on that. Let's talk about that next week. Right? Because y'all ain't, because as the evening grows old, y'all gonna start dropping off and falling asleep on me. Right? I don't got that popularity yet where I can pop up on here on 2 a.m. and have 100,000 Israelites up on this piece. It's like, let me calm. Got a little excited. Maybe because I smell what I'm cooking down there in the oven. Right? And I probably need to go check on that. It's gonna be nice and tendernism after we get it here. Right? It's gonna fall off the bone. Little chicken, little baked chicken, and not dipped in oil. I'm not mingling it in oil. I gotta bake it in a clay oven. I don't got a clay oven. I'm speaking in old terms, right? But you can't trust these folks. Know who your enemies are, and some of your enemies, yes, they are of your own people. We're gonna get about that. We're gonna get about that next week. We're gonna get about that next week, unless Captain Micaiah, shout out to Captain Micaiah, unless he takes that, because he may do that for a conversation for the nation. Make sure y'all tap into all of our classes on the main channel, right? You can't trust those people. Why? Read on.
Verse 11. The wind blew it. Not the wind, my fan. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
What a man thinketh, that shall he be. He tell you to eat, but that's not within his heart. He tell you it's gonna be all right, but that's not what is within his mind. That's not in there. He got you, unfortunately. But I heard a brother, in which I did see, said that he was speaking against his own people. We tried to tell you. We tried to tell you, now you have to reap the benefits of that. But we're going to build you up. And a lot of this, we're not going to get on it because some Israelites will do this. Well, he was selling pork. That's why that happened. Why don't y'all say something? I got to go check on my clean chicken.
He was selling pork, so that's why that happened as judgment. That's madness.
Hey, Khan, we don't got the power to say, well, this happened because this, right? Of course, a wise man's heart will discern those things, but at the same time, we all know how the Most High could be working within Unc's life, right? Yeah. And so when it comes to a point like that, man, shoot, the Most High sometimes he allow us to learn by experience, right? I won't say that that's even the case concerning here, but what's that?
Well, sometime. I said that's the best way to learn, but now that I'm thinking about that,
It's not always. It's not always the best
sometimes
way.
you want to learn from other people's experience.
Yeah. Shoot, that's the reason why Sirach wrote this. So hey, you don't gotta go through this. You don't gotta get bit with this. As a matter of fact, read verse 13. As a matter of fact, read verse 12.
Yeah, I was
Where
gonna
y'all
say I
at?
can't skip verse 12.
Y'all still in Sirach?
Counter one.
Okay, con.
Verse 12. Set him not by thee. I'm gonna read that one more time. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Hold on. He was behind the camera. And then
time from day one.
The entire time plotting. And then somehow he put Unc behind the camera and himself in the forefront. That's literally what the verse just said.
Trademarked the same.
He trademarked the saying. He got it copyrighted. He said, yo, we will pursue you with the law if you try to say this, if you try to take it for yourself, even though you came up with it, right? Even though Mr. Tendernism is you, right? And of course, this is just within their blood, man. They try to take everything that rightfully belongs to us, right? Yo, it's things that they gave up that they try to take back, man. Right? That's just within a spirit, right? They try to get at you because you got it, right? But at the same time, you gotta know this. You gotta learn these things, man. Right? That's the purpose of wisdom. So we can understand who we dealing with out here. Continue to read.
Lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith.
Dang, you could be pricked with those words like, man, they was trying to tell me, right? That's what I will say. And of course, sometimes you don't want to learn by experience, but experience will teach you. Even still, Sirach teaches certain points like a man that has traveled, he learns through what? That experience.
Yeah.
But it's certain things you do not want to learn by experience. That's why Sirach, he wrote this for his son, right? To know how to deal with the world around him, right? And of course, us as sons of Jacob, this is left for us to learn how to deal with, of course, the enemies that's round about us. Read verse 13.
Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him and his sins, who will pity?
So, even to that point, we say, well, of course, after that bite happens, we say, well, wait a minute. You was trying to defend this dude. But at the same time, a lot of our people, that's the reason why, they say like, well, this happened because of this. But at the same time, of course, we try to take this as a teaching moment for our people. We try to say, well, hey, this is what the Bible said. This is what the Bible said for a long time, right? Of course, it's ancient. It's just been hidden from us, right? Our people we destroy for a lack of knowledge, but that's the reason why we got to come back to it. We got to learn to do well. We got to learn that this is the right way for us to go, man. And of course, trust in our oppressors, man. Trust in Esau.
Give me that Jeremiah. Give me that Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 23, you said?
Give me Jeremiah 23 and 7, I believe. So y'all going backwards. They're going backwards. I didn't mean to cut your wisdom, King. Go ahead.
No, it's cool. I yield. I was just
give me that real quick in Jeremiah and Q. You give me Isaiah 36. Let's get some scriptures real quick. I want to run through this. You don't got to put it on the screen. That's not big what I wanted.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Jeremiah 10.
Going back
and learn not the way of the heathen and choose.
I gotta find it real quick. Jeremiah.
Dismayed.
We know it reads other ones.
Jeremiah 7. Go to Jeremiah 7. Make sure. Real quick. Let's get some scripture real quick.
7 and what?
24. Real quick.
Jeremiah 7.
Start at 23.
And verse 23.
Yep, that's what I want. Start at 23. Go ahead and read that.
But this thing commanded I them, saying, Obey my voice, and I will be your God, and ye shall be my people.
Read.
And walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well unto you.
The Most High God left us perfect instructions, basic instructions before leaving earth. That's not what the Bible means. I just said that, right? But God has given us simple instructions to know how to deal with the people round about us and how we're supposed to deal with each other. I said before I left, I'm gonna tell the story real quick, right? I was at an event, right? I was at an event with some Israelite brothers. I was at a worldly event with some Israelite brothers. And I'm not sure if I told y'all this story. And it's a black event at that. Nothing but Judah and Northern Kingdom out there. Nothing but Southern and Northern Kingdom out there having a good time. Festive. It's a good time. Yes, there are wicked things going on, but there's no harm in the way. People are fellowshipping with each other, right? Yeah, maybe a little bit of a gyration, a little bit of puffing, right? I mean, a little bit of abomination out there. But I digress from that. The police came through there, shutting it down. This is a permitted event. 9 o'clock came, they're shutting it down. Police coming through there, and people are still throughout. This is a street event. And as the police are coming through there, mind you, there's vendors. It's a lot of people. There's vendors on each side of the block. They got wires, this, that, and the third on the street. The police coming rolling through there, and behind the police, it's a huge city truck, a sweet sweeper truck. Y'all know where I'm going with this. All praise to the Most High. Didn't nobody get hurt. All praise to the Most High, because the men of God were there. And those angels were shielding and protecting, because it could have got ugly. One of the wires, I forgot, it was one of the cables. Not a wire, but a cable that was running from one side of the street to the other side of the street was on the ground. And it got caught up in the machine. And now it's pulling and it's getting caught on people's tents. And it's pulling it as they keep going. People are screaming and yelling, stop, stop. And they keep on going. 2 tents got knocked down after they finally stopped. And Esau was in a police car, of course. And Jake was driving the truck. So I checked, I checked that mofo in my fringes, right? I checked him. I understand you got a job to do, brother. I work for the city and county too. This is back when I was in administration, so I really scared of that. I didn't know what department I was up in. And I said, I'm going to report you. I wasn't going to do that, right? I was bluffing. But then I'll talk to him as a brother. I said, yo, you got a commercial driver license. Despite your orders, you still have to be safe. You still have to be safe. Look what you didn't cause. You got tents turned down and it got caught up in in your mechanism of the truck. And just because those are your orders, I said they're going to fire you, because if something happened, they're not going to look at, well, he was doing his job. No, they're going to say, was that safe or not? So as it went on, the people are helping clean up the stuff, and I'm over there helping. There was a certain abominable stand that was selling foods. I'm saying that it was selling abominable foods. Don't get weird on me. They were selling abominable foods, right? But it was all people. I went over there and helped sister out, this, that, and the third, tell her what to do, this, right? By myself. Not by myself, but Israelite in the faith by myself. The other brothers, they stayed back. And people want to call you when they know you're in class. Get on class. And when I went back to tell them what was going on, and I told them, you know, or what she was selling, this was, you know, type of event, you know, I mean, this type of what she was selling, they rebuked her. She shouldn't be selling that, those abominable foods anyway. That's what she gets. I'm not helping F her. Go ahead and read me what you got. We got to do better. We got to do better. That's the. Hold on.
Wrong spirit, wrong spirit, wrong spirit. You're operating. Yes, sir. You're operating in the wrong spirit. Wrong.
That's the wrong spirit to be operating in. When me with my friends was over there, even though she was selling abominable foods, okay, if that was judgment from the Most High, how you gonna deal with it? Are you gonna use that opportunity to build your people up and correct them in the right way, a way that they can understand? Because I'm trying to know, you know, I said you could call me Theophilus or Theo. You know, I'm with the Sons of Thunder Israelites. You know, and what we teach is to build our people up. And this is how we got to operate as a community, nation building. Then, if the Most High God give the increase, she will come in at her own time and understand, maybe I shouldn't have been selling that, right? She would get convicted in her own spirit. You not convicting them. Just teach. But go ahead. What I call?
Jeremiah 7.
Yeah. Finish reading that. Finish reading that.
Verse 24. But they hearkened not, nor inclined their ear, but walked in the counsels and in the imagination of their evil heart, and went backward and not forward.
Y'all going backwards. And you're not advancing. I was going to give me Sirach 2 and 17. What you holding? You holding Isaiah 36?
Counter to one.
Read that verse 4.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 36 and verse 4.
Get some scriptures, then we're going to shut it down.
Counter to one. That's you want to start at verse 4?
Start at verse 4.
Counter to one. And Rabshakeh said unto them, say ye now to Hezekiah, thus saith the great king, the king of Assyria. What confidence?
Let me give you some context. We ain't gonna read for the whole thing for the sake of time. It's after hours. So Assyria, and the southern kingdom are going at it right now. They're about to go into war, and Hezekiah has a mighty troop, right? But fear can still be, fear can still be instilled if you're not girded, right? Read on. This is a beautiful account.
Counter to one.
Maybe it is, right? It was beautiful wisdom that came out. I ain't gonna spoil it. Read your Bible, man. Continue to read.
What confidence is this wherein thou trustest?
So the king of Syria is asking Hezekiah, the king of Judah, asking, what kind of confidence do you have for you to speak like this? Do you know who I am? Read on.
But I say, sayest thou, but they are but vain words. I have counsel and strength for war. Now on whom doest thou trust, that thou rebellest against me? Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt.
That's Isaiah 36 and 4?
Counter to one.
Oh, Slakia. I wanted, that's okay. We can read that. I wanted Isaiah 31. But that's cool. That's cool. Let's read that. Because the thing about it is, Hezekiah said, what you telling me, the confidence that I have, you telling me, what you saying, it means nothing. It's not. It's vain. Right? And this is how Hezekiah rebuked that devil. Read on.
Counter to one. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh.
So you're trusting in heathen powers and this, that, and the third, the ones that are not of your people, the kings that are set above you, that are not your people and don't have your best benefit, and you think they're going to help you out. It's like you trusting in Egypt. It's like you trusting in a staff, a walking stick, right? A cane that is broken, and it's going to stab you. It's going to go right through your hand. That is what your trust is like, and that's what happened to this brother here. He was leaning on Nickerman, and that staff pierced him. Finish that out.
Carter 1.
Read down to verse 6.
What'd you say?
Read down to verse 6.
Carter 1. It will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him.
Mm-hmm.
But if that was verse 6. You want verse 7?
No, that's enough on that. Give me jump to Isaiah 31.
Isaiah 31.
Go to Isaiah 31 now. And Asala, bring what you got.
This Sirach 2 and 17. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight. Saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men.
We're going to fall into the hands of Yahweh. We're going to fall into the hands of our power. We're not going to fall into the hands of men because that is who we trust. That's what Hezekiah said. Read on.
For as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
Read on. Finish that out. Finish the whole chapter.
That's the end of that chapter.
That's the end of that chapter. Go to Jeremiah 17 and 5, Asala. Read what you got, Q. What I got you holding? Isaiah 31.
I was asking what verse you want me to start at. I was on mute.
Start from the top.
Carter 1. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 31 and verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many.
So you're trying to use you're trying to use the powers that America, or that not necessarily America, but the powers that the heathens give you. Are you trusting in that? Little fame, little fortune, right? And you're getting benefits for a certain time. But read on.
Carter 1. And in horsemen, because they are very strong.
Because they're strong. You got power in that thing. Read on.
But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
They don't look unto your God. These are not of your people. They don't look to the Holy One of Israel. The Holy One of Israel will be teaching is Yahweh, God, right? The Most High God. And under the law, I believe that's Deuteronomy 16. I believe that's it. God gave us a simple law. He said, do not vote anybody, do not place anybody above you that is not of your own. That's in the law. We're not supposed to place anybody above us, vote for anybody above us. Read between the lines. That is not of our own, and it has our best interest. That is not of the Holy One of Israel. Right? Finish that out.
Carter 1. Neither seek Yahweh.
They don't seek your God. Read.
Yet he also is wise, will bring evil, and will not call back his words.
This is talking about God, your power, right? We read that. We go to Isaiah 55 and 11. We could go to Jeremiah 1 and 12. Read.
Will arise against the house of the evildoers.
He's going to get his lick back. Vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. Read.
And against the help of them that work iniquity.
Read.
Now the Egyptians are men
Mhm.
and not God.
Yo, read that again.
Counter 1. Now the Egyptians are men and not God.
These are simpletons. These heathens that you put your trust in, they're simpletons. They're not God. Read.
And their horses flesh and not spirit.
Read.
When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall. And
Everyone
he
that
is spoken.
thrust to, if you're found amongst them, you're going to be thrust to. I ain't trying to get to no prophecy class, but the spirit speaking, right? You're going to be thrust through that thing. Read.
Both he that is helping shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall all fall together.
They're going to fall together if you're found trying to be helping out with the heathen because they work iniquity. They don't have your best interest. I'm in that precept, Q. You just got done reading. Give me I saw about I don't got that precept there. You know, I'm not ashamed to admit out, but this is, you know, about when you're found together for every man, it's going to be
Isaiah is it 11 or 13?
It's Isaiah 13.
It's 11. It's 13. It's 13.
So what I'm doing is now, as I'm continuing to learn the scriptures, I don't have that precept here in Isaiah 11:31.
There's a 10.
Let's confirm it. We're on biblical class. Let's go to Isaiah 13. So we teach.
No, it is 13.
Isaiah 13 and verse
14? Yeah, 14.
14, right?
Isaiah 13 and 14. I mean.
All right.
God.
Go ahead and read that Jeremiah 17 and 5.
Gosh, I just dropped that to go to Isaiah. I'm tripping. 1 second.
And then Q, you get me Psalms 146. Then we're gonna get one more. We're gonna play this video. Citations up to this brother through the spirit. We're gonna get on out of here.
It's Jeremiah 17, 5.
It's already 11 o'clock my time. Go ahead and read that.
Yeah. Jeremiah 17 and 5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from Yahweh.
So again, another Jeremiah is telling you the same thing. Within 2 or 3 witnesses, let a matter be established. Jeremiah done told you. Isaiah done told you. Hezekiah done told you. Don't trust these heathens. Read what you got, Q. And then Asala, you give me Psalms 25. I mean Psalms 27.
Counter 1. Did you want Isaiah 13 or Psalm 146?
Psalms 146. We don't got to get it. We don't got to get that. Right? I don't think we need to get that. Right? Just know Isaiah said, if you're found with the heathens, if you're trying to go with them, you're trying to hide with them, you're going to be thrust through. You're going to get the same judgment as them. And John the Revelator told you in Revelation that said, do not be partaker of her plagues. Come out of her, my people. Come out of her, my people. You don't want to receive what the heathens got coming. You got to worry about your own self. Right? Read what y'all got. Where have I called first?
Counter 1.
146.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 146 and verse 3. Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help.
There's no help. You have to deal wisely and build with these people. All right. You're gonna have to do, you have to do business, man. We could get into that. But for the sake of time, Christ taught that. But you got to do that wisely. Don't put your 100% trust in them. And you think they're going to carry you on over to glory. That's the wrong spirit. Read on. Finish that out.
Counter 1. His breath goeth forth. He returneth to his earth. In that very day his thoughts perish.
Very self-explanatory.
It's like,
Can
I just read verse 5 real quick?
Hey, Con.
Counter 1. Just for man. Verse 5, it says, "Happy is he that hath the God of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord his God." Right? Because again, although Esau, he took everything, and of course, was very slick and crafty throughout all this. The fact that he was able to bounce back from this is because the Most High's mercy is upon everything, right? I don't care who has a problem with that. The scripture says that, right? And of course, it was the mercy of the Lord in even allowing that comeback to even be made. Shoot, because the scripture says when you take a man's living, it's as if though you taking his life.
You do say that.
You gonna get it, Mohab.
That's right.
Personal.
That's right.
It's personal too. Go ahead, Q. Let me mute up.
Counter to one. But even still, like we see that was the case concerning, Unk in the situation. But yet, guess who came in to try to help him? Even after, he tried to speak out against them, his own people. Who did that?
You can see the comment on the screen right there.
We seen this coming. He ain't want to listen. But at the same time, we got to be there for each other to help each other make that comeback. It's not for us to say, well, the Lord just judged this nigga. We gonna judge him too. No, you got to be right there to help them back up, man, to help them get back on point, right? Because this is a part of establishing the kingdom of God, right? But it all begins with us having the God of Jacob as our help, right? Not putting our trust in them, not putting our trust in these heathen, man. They waiting, they ready, and can't wait to disappoint you, man. They can't wait to disappoint our people, man. And of course, we fight tooth and nail for them, man, when they not gonna go that far for you, right? Yo, the flag that he had on his side was the Italian flag, right? They known for this. They known for this, man. Right?
Romans.
They've been on it.
Devils.
Exactly. Right? So, shoot. But of course,
you did washed up things.
What's that?
I'm in the comments. Y'all people in the comments as the highlighter as the brother speaks. But go ahead, Q. Let you play.
Yo. But they did have that, but at the same time, it was all for the Most High to again show his people, the reality of these things, and ultimately to get him to a point where he has it for himself. That's the point we got to get to. But we got these things for ourselves. We had these things for us, man. We not no dang Sambo tap dancing in the studio.
Yo, they cooking in these comments. Right?
They cooking.
Where are all these Jakes at camp though?
Shoot, they not there, right? Even so, they bring it. Jake will bring it out.
They all talk, bro. They all talk.
The internet warriors, keyboard thugs. They keyboard thugs. That's what they is. We teach
keyboard revolutionaries.
Yo, so make sure y'all go on the channel, like, comment, or whatnot. Put in shorts up there, right? Help boost the channel, whatnot. I was up here late last night. Someone got in the comments. They was getting on Asala for real. And the dude was like, deal with the scripture right now. I dropped that live link 15 seconds. I was up here on the computer doing the work, right? Planning some things. And I'm like, I dropped that link. I was getting ready to shut it down for the evening. I dropped that live link. And still nothing.
Crickets.
Still nothing. My bad, Q. Go ahead.
Nah, counter to one. I'm going to yield there.
Let's see what Philip Lee Atkinson said. This is not sad at all. When the story came out, there was a consensus on the internet that Unk was being taken advantage of. Yes, which was correct. Y'all laughing at. Throughout all the posts Unk did, he consistently said that he was choosing that man. He did, as we displayed, right? He pledged his allegiance to that man. He put his trust in Egypt, right? He chose to shuck and jive and bootlick for that man instead of paying attention to all the signs that suggested that was happening now was going to happen, right? We said that. Let's get a couple more. Oh, that's it. I got to go to Facebook. All right, but y'all see what they're cooking in there. Let's get a couple more. You could tell that dude was hating on OG. He wanted the world to know it. It was his establishment, not the OG's. Correct. We didn't find out about him, about Nickerman, until later on in the game. Then he started doing his own. Once the restaurant got popular, he started pushing Unc to the side. He started posting his own video out there on the grill and whatnot. You don't got the flavor like we got.
It's
all right, let's get another. Yeah.
Is it cool if I just get a quick preset?
Yeah, what you got? And then we're going to play this. We're going to shut it down. I was going to read what he got. Then we're going to shut it down.
Jeremiah. Jeremiah 30 and verse 13.
I read that.
Oh, I can read it. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 13.
I'm there if you want me to go real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, read the part.
It says, there is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Does that say bond or bound?
Bound.
That thou may be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines.
So again, there a lot of ain't nobody here to plead our cause. Donald Trump is not going to release no statement concerning Unc and try to say, well, hey, like none of these politicians are even going to acknowledge anything like this, man. But of course, us as our people, we try to bring these things out to the edification of course, our brothers and sisters and try to help warn our people, right? It's got to love. So if nobody else is going to plead our cause, we have to plead our own cause, right? That's the reason why we try to stand up in these last days and of course try to teach these different things, man. And yes, he is going to set up his own restaurant. All praise to the Most High, right? Read verse 14.
Verse 14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee.
Wait. What did he say to him at the end of that video? I love you too, boy.
He said, "Say it on the camera."
Have forgotten thee.
So all of our lovers have forgotten me. And of course, he forgot you because he forgot you had a family that you more than likely got to feed, that you got clothes that you got to put on your back, food that you got to put on your own table. When he copyrighted your saying, stole the fame from you, and fired you right after that, right? But of course, this has just been the same rinse and repeat routine that these people do for many years, man. Read. You're on mute, King.
So like, all thy lovers have forgotten thee, and they seek thee not.
They can't wait to disappoint you, Read.
For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one.
Man, because that's a cool thing, right? And of course, this all boils down to the curses, man. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low, right? You created a name for yourself over here, but yet Esau just took it and usurped it for himself just in an instant, right? He was taking it under your nose, right? So when it comes to a point like that, that's the reason why, of course, we got to show the scriptures when it comes to these things, because it speaks very expressly to these topics a lot more than we really be understanding at points. And I yield there.
Let's get into this clip. What Unc say?
Tendernism coming to y'all. I just got off the freeway kind of late at night, but I want to know y'all come on my page. Official Mr. Tendernism, Walter Johnson. Yes, sir. Y'all come on down now. I'm the Tendernism original. Nobody else. The original Tendernism. Booyah.
You
Hey, this
heard.
official, Mr.
You heard. Right. Go ahead and read what you got, Solid. And 5. Understand this. Understand this. Psalms 27 and 5.
I'm there. It's Psalm chapter 27 and verse 5.
Uh-huh.
For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion.
Mm-hmm.
In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up on a rock.
Mm-hmm.
And now shall mine head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing, yea, I will sing praises unto the Lord.
Gone. Give me Psalms 24. Give me Psalms real quick. Psalms 24 and 7.
Psalm chapter 24 and verse 7.
Let's give the Most High God some praise. We're gonna praise God, right? We're gonna because this is our prayer. Our prayer and heart's desire is that all of Israel shall be saved. How gonna be saved? By them coming to this truth, understanding how to deal with the heathens, right? Understand how to deal business. Not gonna get his own restaurant and whatnot. We would like to sell clean food, right? We want you to do that. And shall have good success. But he opens it, period. I'm pretty sure he's going to have clean food there. We're going to support. It's going to be his. That's that community purpose. That's that code we need. Fighting against each other. Better bring that up.
In Psalm chapter 24 and verse 7. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lift up, ye ye everlasting doors.
You gotta read this one with some power. Start over from the top. Read this with some power.
Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lift up, ye everlasting doors. And the King of glory shall come in.
Read on.
Who is the King of glory? Yahweh, strong and mighty. Yahweh, mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, even lift them up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? Yahweh of hosts. He is the King of glory. Salah.
We are the Sons of Thunder Israelites, where our hopes and heart and prayer and desire that all of Israel shall be saved. Hey, Captain Shalamah.
Abdul Qabza Allah.
Soldier Asa Allah.
Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Thank you for watching. If you wish to donate, you can use Zelle or PayPal. We're the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.